Ladies, let's be honest. No one wants to talk about farting, especially not at our age. But if you've noticed you're passing gas a lot more than you used to, listen closely. Excess gas isn't just embarrassing. It can actually be a red flag for underlying health issues, issues your doctor might not have explained properly. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 silent conditions that could be hiding behind your excess flatulence. Some of these may surprise you. So make sure you watch all the way to number 7 because it's the one most women ignore and it could affect your entire quality of life. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment below. Tell me, have you noticed more gas lately or is it just me? All right, let's get into it. 1. Poorly managed menopause symptoms. Now, I want to start with something that surprises many women I see in my clinic. They'll tell me, "Oh no, doctor, I finished menopause years ago." That can't be the problem. But here's the truth that most doctors either forget to tell you or don't know themselves. Your hormones don't just switch off like a light one day and never matter again. Even after you've stopped having periods, the residual effects of declining estrogen can linger for decades. Estrogen plays a far bigger role in our bodies than simply managing our reproductive system. It affects how your gut muscles contract, how quickly food moves through your digestive tract, and even how balanced your gut bacteria are. When estrogen levels drop, especially if they've stayed low for years without proper management, it can lead to sluggish digestion, constipation, bloating, and yes, excess gas. Your gut literally slows down, meaning food stays in there fermenting longer. That fermentation, that's what creates more frequent and more noticeable gas. Many women think this is just aging, but there are ways to help. A doctor who understands postmenopausal health may suggest everything from gentle hormone support to probiotics to dietary adjustments specifically for your slower, aging digestion. Don't brush it off. That gas is a clue. 2. Digestive enzyme deficiency. Here's something most women don't realize about getting older. Your stomach and pancreas gradually stop working as hard as they used to. Specifically, they produce fewer digestive enzymes. These enzymes are crucial because they're the little helpers that break down your food into nutrients your body can absorb. Without enough enzymes, your body struggles to break down proteins, fats, and carbohydrates properly. Instead of digesting smoothly, your food lingers, ferments, and causes, you guessed it, gas, bloating, and discomfort. And because women over 60 often have this enzyme decline combined with slower gut motility, the issue compounds itself. I've seen so many older women frustrated because they're eating all the right things, lean proteins, vegetables, fruits, yet they're gassier than ever. It's not necessarily the food's fault. It's your body needing extra help to break it down. For some, taking a gentle over-the-counter digestive enzyme supplement before meals can bring enormous relief. But don't self-prescribe. Talk to your doctor or a dietitian who understands aging digestion. And remember, the goal isn't just to reduce gas. It's to help your body properly absorb the nutrients you need to stay strong. 3. Small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO. This is one of my favorite topics to educate older women about because so few doctors even test for it properly. SIBO stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Normally, your small intestine doesn't have a lot of bacteria. That's supposed to come later in the large intestine where it helps break things down. But sometimes those bacteria sneak up into your small intestine where they don't belong. And when they get there, they start feeding on your food way too early in the digestive process. What happens when bacteria feed on your food? They create gas, lots of it. Not only gas, but bloating, discomfort, diarrhea, constipation, and even issues like brain fog or fatigue because SIBO can affect your entire system. Older women are particularly prone to this because we're more likely to have had surgeries, taken medications like proton pump inhibitors, or developed slower digestion, all of which increase the risk of SIBO. If you've been told you have IBS without any real testing, or if you've noticed bloating gets dramatically worse after eating certain foods, ask your doctor about a SIBO breath test. It's non-invasive and can lead to simple treatment options that bring huge relief. 4. Food sensitivities you never had before. This is one I hear all the time. Doctor, I've eaten bread and cheese my whole life. Why would they bother me now? Well, the answer is quite simple. Your body changes as you age, especially your gut. Your gut lining becomes more sensitive, your immune system becomes less tolerant, and your digestion may become less efficient. Foods you once digested with no issue can start to cause inflammation, bloating, and, you guessed it again, gas. Dairy, gluten, eggs, soy, even nightshades like tomatoes and peppers can trigger this. The sneaky thing about food sensitivities in older women is they don't always show up dramatically. You might not break out in hives or rush to the bathroom. Instead, it's a slow creep of extra gas, bloating, discomfort after meals, or feeling like your stomach just doesn't empty the way it used to. An elimination diet, where you temporarily remove common triggers and slowly reintroduce them, can be incredibly helpful. But don't go it alone if you're unsure. A good dietitian can guide you safely. Remember, you're not too old to make changes. Feeling good in your body is worth the effort, no matter your age. 5. Sluggish bowel movements, aka constipation. Now, let's talk about something most women don't like admitting, but nearly all of us deal with at some point after 60, constipation. I know, it's not exactly cocktail party conversation, but constipation plays a much bigger role in your gas and bloating than you might think. Here's what's happening when your bowels slow down and you're not having regular, complete bowel movements. All that waste stays inside you longer than it should. And while it's sitting there, it ferments. That fermentation produces extra gas that builds up in your intestines, often leading to uncomfortable bloating, cramping, and yes, more frequent and uncontrollable gas passing. A sluggish bowel isn't just uncomfortable, it's also unhealthy. Waste lingering in your colon releases toxins and inflammatory substances into your system. Over time, this can impact everything from your energy levels to your skin health and even your mood. What slows the bowels down as we age? A combination of less physical activity, reduced muscle tone in the gut, certain medications, dehydration, and poor fiber intake. Even stress and changes to our routine in retirement can play a role. If you're not going at least once a day, ideally soft, easy to pass, well-formed stools, then it's time to make some changes. Start with simple steps. White heavy check mark, drink more water throughout the day. White heavy check mark, eat more fiber from fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. White heavy check mark, incorporate gentle movement like walking or stretching. White heavy check mark, consider magnesium citrate, which can help keep things moving. Always check with your doctor first. Don't accept constipation as just how it is now. Your digestive comfort matters. 6. Pelvic floor dysfunction. Now, this one might surprise you. Most women associate the pelvic floor with bladder control or prolapse issues. But did you know your pelvic floor muscles also help control your ability to hold in gas? Yes, those same muscles that support your bladder and uterus also wrap around your rectum. As we age or after childbirth, surgeries, or periods of inactivity, those muscles can become weakened, stretched, or less coordinated. The result? You might find yourself passing gas at the most inconvenient times, when you laugh, bend over, or even just stand up too fast. This isn't just about embarrassment. It's about quality of life and confidence. Weak pelvic floor muscles mean less control over your bowel movements, less ability to hold in gas, and often more frequent bloating because your digestion isn't being supported properly by your core muscles. The good news: it's absolutely not too late to strengthen these muscles. Pelvic floor physiotherapists, yes, they exist specifically for this, can teach you exercises to regain control, strengthen the muscles involved, and reduce episodes of unwanted gas leakage. These exercises aren't just Kegels. By the way, a good therapist will assess your specific weaknesses and create a plan for rebuilding strength and control. Imagine the relief of not having to worry about unexpected air escapes at social events anymore. 7. Silent gut inflammation or early IBS. Finally, we come to one of the sneakiest and most overlooked causes of excess gas in older women: silent gut inflammation, often tied to the early stages of IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Many women assume IBS is something younger people deal with, but I can tell you from experience, IBS often rears its head later in life, especially in women, thanks to hormonal changes, accumulated stress, dietary shifts, and a slowing digestive system. Low-grade gut inflammation doesn't always come with loud symptoms. It might not cause severe diarrhea or pain right away. Instead, it often shows up subtly: persistent bloating, even after small meals, an increase in gas, sometimes with no clear trigger, a change in how your bowels feel, maybe more urgent some days, slower others. This inflammation can be sparked by poor diet, stress, undiagnosed food sensitivities, previous infections, or even medications. Left unchecked, it can spiral into more serious digestive disorders like diverticulitis or chronic IBS. If you suspect this might be you, the first steps are lifestyle-based. White heavy checkmark, simplify your diet. Focus on easy-to-digest, anti-inflammatory foods. White heavy checkmark, pay attention to your stress levels. Stress directly affects gut motility and bacteria. White heavy checkmark, keep a journal of symptoms to notice patterns. White heavy checkmark, speak with a gastroenterologist who won't just dismiss you with "it's your age." There are effective treatments for IBS and inflammation, from dietary changes like low FODMAP to targeted medications or probiotics. But step one is acknowledging that gas is a symptom, not just an annoyance.